Today is actually the first in a new series of videos we're going to do, and we're going to call it the recipe series. This is going to be some more concise videos where we just give you a great set of colours to do various projects. We know sometimes you don't need a full guide, you're just looking for the right colours and the order to put them in. And that's what these videos are going to be all about. I thought it would be appropriate to start this series with my personal army, and these are my Ultramarines that I painted a few years back for Horus Heresy. I still get asked quite often what are the colours I used for this army, and this is where the idea for this recipe series came from. So the main colours are P3 paints, the Cygnar blues, and I chose these because they were really smooth both through the airbrush and with a brush, and I just loved the colour of them. I did want the base blue slightly stronger, so I actually added some blue ink to it. Check out one of our other videos on how you can use inks to create powerful colours. So I base coat the miniature straight over black primer, and blue normally has great coverage, so that's why we can go straight over black. Even though the coverage is good, it still needs 2 or 3 thin coats to get a really smooth, solid colour. It's worth taking your time with this. Next, the first highlight is done with the Cygnar blue highlight. And again, this is going to be 2 or 3 passes, just trying to be nice and controlled and build up the colour gradually until you're happy with the highlight. So we'll take a little pause here. This is what the first step looks like with the first highlight on. If you want to push the contrast further with a brighter highlight, I'm going to add Teclis blue into the Cygnar. And with this highlight, we're just trying to cover a slightly smaller area, so we're just being careful with the airbrush, doing little pulses. Now the last step is probably one of the most important, and we go back to the base colour with the Cygnar and blue ink, and we're going to dilute it quite thin so it's more translucent, and this is going to create a glaze. So here we're reapplying the shadows to get some strength in the shadows back and create a rich colour, but because it's a translucent paint, it will also blend in the highlights and it will just tie the blue all together. This is really what gives it a deep, rich appearance, this reapplication of the blue ink and paint mix. If you want to put shadows into the recesses, then I suggest you use the Ultramarines contrast paint. It's really smooth and flows in there nicely. Actually, I prefer it to Drakenhof Nightshade, which is the wash. If you want to do any edge highlighting, then you could use Teclis blue, and if you want to take it further, even use some Lothern blue. And here's the finished miniature. I've done the details very basic, but just so you can see what it looks like finished. I used Rhinox hide for the battle damage, as that reddy brown really contrasts nicely against the blue. So we hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this format of the concise recipe videos, then please give us a comment. If you want to see more from us, please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.